Hey guys, if you're here watching this video, you're probably like me. You've really debated buying a Sandblaster for quite a long time. You've looked at all kinds of them and you're just looking for somebody to tell you how it is about the real product. Well, here it goes. This is a 50-pound Sandblaster. I bought it off of Northern Tool about 3 years ago. And I will tell you what, it is one of the tools that you will ultimately have a love-hate relationship. I love using it. I hate cleaning up after it. It is probably one of the messiest things you will ever use in your life. If you go out, you sandblast in the middle of an open area and a car is 20, even 30 feet away, if it's within line of sight, you will find some of that black beauty sand on that car. It goes everywhere and the stuff is really dangerous. You have to watch out. The other thing about these 50-pounders is that it had to have been somebody's engineering joke. Because this is a 50-pound canister according to the sales brochure. This is a 50-pound bag. But yet ironically, you cannot fit a 50-pound bag in a 50-pound canister. Whoever came up with that needs to be shot. Now the other thing is, when you go through, there are no real safety equipment things that are sent with this other than the most chintzy blasting helmet ever created. It has supposed vents that are on the side that have some sort of tissue paper in them, and a mask that actually leaks and sometimes the sand will actually come through in your face, and a hard hat that I think some of my kids' play toys have thicker plastic on. But otherwise than that, it works. The one thing I would recommend is that if you're going to use this chintzy helmet, make sure that you wear a hoodie when you're doing this, and set the hood all the way up and over, and that way the skirt around the bottom of this helmet actually goes down around over the hoodie, and it's just that one more barrier to hopefully keep you from getting sand in your face. The other thing I would recommend is wearing a respirator if possible, because the vents that are on the side of this thing are a joke and they don't work. You will get sand dust in your throat and it will scar you and you will talk funny for 3 or 4 days. So wear a respirator if you have one available. Unfortunately, I don't have filters for mine, so today's demonstration is going to be really quick and just to get it done and over with. The other thing I'd like to go and talk about is the ball valve that is on the bottom here. You want to be really careful with it. Running Black Beauty on 80 pounds, I have found that you actually only have to open it about 1/4 to 1/3. If you open it up any further, you clog up the hose. You open it up any less, and all it does is run air. If you clog the hose on this thing, you are far better off to run lean than you are to run heavy, because if you clog the hose, it is an absolute horror film in order to be able to clean out the hose. You pretty much sit there flexing the hose for an hour or so before you ever get all of the Black Beauty back out of it. The other thing I'd like to note is that when this goes off and you go to press the handle, and I'll post an up-close photo of this, when you go to press the handle, you will notice over time that a divot will start to form, and as that divot forms, every time you go to press it, it will end up shooting material directly out of that divot as you're pressing it in. So whenever you go to use this thing, as fast as possible, open it. Do not slowly open it, fast as possible open it, because otherwise that divot gets bigger and bigger. Eventually it doesn't seal and you get shot in the face by it. So watch out. Your natural instinct is to hold it like this and shoot with it, and that causes it to go directly back at your face. You want to twist your wrist as much as possible. Some people have luck with holding it in this form and going like this. I don't like it because I find that it ends up moving around. I prefer to hold it like this and lock it in with my thumb. But otherwise than that, I'm going to shut up and we're going to do a demonstration. On the other side of this door, I have a really old MTD 46-inch cutting deck. It's got all kinds of different types of rust on it, and we're going to go through and clean it up. I'll do a walk around video on it first, and then I'll spray it down a little bit, and then I'll do a walk around afterwards. And while we're at it, I would like to show this. The entire ground is now black. And remember what I said earlier about it making 20 to 30 feet away? Well, if I come over here, from here to that truck right now is about 20 some odd feet. And if we come up to the snow, you can actually see the black everywhere. Including and not limited to chunks of it on the bed. So like I said, it's probably one of the most favorite tools that I own, but it is definitely the most messy and something that you want to be careful with. Hey, glad you decided to stop in and watch my review. I basically try and do straight up good old-fashioned Mainer reviews. I tell it how I see it, and I don't have any affiliation to any manufacturer or anything else. I could care less, just as long as the bloody thing works, and if it don't, I'm gonna tell you. So, if you like this review, give it a thumbs up down below. And heck, if you have some item, some metalworking item, basic tools, things like that, anything you can find on Harbor Freight, Northern Tool, any of those types of places, and you want to see a review on it and you think it's something I would actually use, leave me a comment down below what the item is, what its model number is, and I'll go take a look at it. Now keep in mind, I ain't going to be buying no welder every single month or something like that. But if it's a regular tool and you'd like to see a review on it and I think it's something I could use here in the shop, well, we just won't tell the missus that I happen to pick it up for you guys. Alright guys, have fun!